Okay, peoples, it is garden tour time. It's that time of year where I do this just about every weekend. So I did get a Rapunzel cherry tomato from my local nursery. The Aunt Lily's tree salad seems to be coming back pretty decent. I got 4 little camellia plugs off of Etsy, and I'm actually really impressed with the way that they look. This is my best cotton leaf passion fruit, and I'm not gonna plant it out yet, but probably April 1st I'll plant it out. The beauty berries look to be budding out. I could just be wishful thinking it, those 3 right there, but it looks like they are to me. I can see the very little baby is for sure budding out, so we'll see. I think they are. This rose is not dead, this rose cutting, and that thing was full of rose cuttings, so we'll see. I'm not holding out a lot of hope, but we'll see. These are the Korean celery seedlings, and they've just taken off. All of them have sprouted. I'm really excited. I'm hoping to get those in the ground soon. This is all of my seedlings. It's been warm enough where I've kept them out. These are, let's see, I just did these ones this weekend. So this is Malabar spinach, Popolo, Egyptian spinach, dwarf okra, and emerald okra. That's in that pot. This is lemon basil and cardinal basil, and all the rest of it is cumin. Like, on the random hope that I actually get this cumin to come out. This whole flat is zinnia seeds. I did take the Christmas tree pepper, or I don't know what else it's called. I always called it Christmas tree pepper. And took a bunch of them out and put them in these little plugs. The lamb's ear is looking good. A couple of the goldenrods, sweet, like goldenrod odorata, is still here. The lemon mint's growing. I redistributed the one Origeron that had like tons of them in there to 1 in each cell. We'll see if these keep growing. Spotted bee balm has 1 in each cell at least. That's just kind of a catch-all. And then these are double click cosmos because nothing grew in here, so I was like, well, I'll just reuse this and try and get the cosmos to come out. Peppers are getting bigger. Some of them are getting bigger quicker than others, but it is happening. I reseeded the Shimo Furry, so I got 1 to come up right here. The other one didn't come up, and the other Pinocchio didn't come up. I'm okay with that, guys. It is kind of interesting though, because the Shimo Furry is variegated, and you can kind of see, right, like this one has definitely got beautiful variegated leaves. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what these do. I bought some more dahlias from the garden center because they're pretty and they make me happy. I don't know why these guys are leaning over so bad. Like, they really should be stiffer than this by now, to be honest, because they're all pretty tall. And they've all been in full sun. So I don't know, but they're gonna get planted in the ground probably next weekend. This is Gandalf, which is a dwarf variegated, and I've got another one in here somewhere. He's probably just leaned over. This is a variegated one, but I don't think it's Gandalf because it's not potato leaf. I don't know, I'd have to look. Let's see, these guys, the towers are good. They're good, and there's definitely some onions that I don't want to get rid of in here, so I will take these apart and then just kind of replace everything and top it off probably with some Fort V's compost. Jujuberry is doing nice, or jujube. Thyme is looking okay. I did put one of my dahlias in here because nothing else was growing except that one strawberry, and I just thought it'd be nice to have a pop of color here. Clematis are showing out. I don't think any of these Turk's caps that I transplanted are going to come back, so that did not work, but it was worth a shot. Another clematis. This one's got purple flowers, that one's got white ones. Rosemary's looking good. The blackberry's got flowers, all the flowers, and some berries already. The violets have definitely come into bloom. You'll notice them kind of throughout on this far side over here is where most of them grow. I did get a red iris, and it's kind of a burgundy. It's not as bright of a red as I would have liked, but it's not bad. Planted one of the wallflowers here. I've seen some bees on them already. So that's encouraging. The flowering quince is starting to flower. The flowering peach is in bloom, and it's shedding its petals, kind of like cherry blossom trees. This is my favorite tree in the whole world, so I love it to death. Let's see, the blueberries here are definitely putting out flowers. That's a soap lily that has been here since the very beginning. It's one of the first things I planted. I am not sure what this is. The aster. What type of aster? Oh, it broke. I don't know. It's some kind of aster for sure. And let's see, over here, I had a sage from last year, but it wasn't coming back, so I planted this Blackfoot daisy. I did replant the sage over here just in case, but I have serious doubts that will even ever come back. Let's see. The coastal primrose with yellow flowers, that's coming back for sure. The stevia is already starting to come back right in there. And we've definitely got, let me get, oh, all right, spider. We have got flowers, flower buds on the gimme. I have weeded, but I can see some chickweed that I missed. And I mean, honestly, weeding a bed this massive, as me in my whole yard, is really hard. So I did not cut and spray this. It's just gonna be what it is this year. Let's see. Irises, I weeded in here, but that's about it. Daylilies, you're just gonna spread all the way here. Let's see. I have definitely got some of the natives coming back here, and there have been bumblebees everywhere on the blueberries, guys. Oh, I knocked my poor little owl over and didn't get it back up. So, gotta be careful where I step. Pretty sure this weird looking clump right here is the bluebells, right? They just haven't come back. I hate when I find weeds that I missed. But anyway, there's some gladiolas coming up, cardinal flower, pestemon, wine cup is right there. That's definitely coming back. So those are all natives. The peach tree has put baby peaches out. I haven't dug them up. There's another one right there. I usually try to dig them up and give them away, but I don't really have anybody that wants any this year because I'm pretty fervently giving them away on the regular because my favorite peach tree is beautiful. So, not sure what that is. It kind of looks like cleavers, but it's not. I think it's more of a pansy viola relative. Blackfoot daisy coming back. Bluebonnet. And this is a variegated thing. I feel like it's a variegated phlox, but I can't remember exactly what I planted here because the tag is gone. So I don't know for sure. But my sedum is coming back. Blackfoot daisy's there. Blue-eyed grass is there. And all of those are coming back nicely. This is that special bee balm that's got yellow flowers that was discovered in Texas. The pear tree is not really putting out flowers again this year. I guess we didn't get a lot of cold. I'll be honest, there just wasn't much cold at all this winter, so I'm not surprised by that. I have noticed though that there's some bluebells going on in here. Like here's a bluebell, and that is a coreopsis. That is a Blackfoot daisy. That is Mexican tarragon there, there, and there. And it used to just be this one. This, the columbine, I thought that was dead, but it's come back. So maybe it just kind of faded out in the heat of summer. So hopefully that will come back. It's variegated with these beautiful, really purple flowers, and I really want it to live, but it's just a hot place to grow one of those. So maybe this will grow up and shade it out a little, keep it kind of cool. There is a dahlia that will come up in this area here, or okay, go away. Okay, that was scary. Maybe that's the lupine. Oh, not lupine. What's it called? It's like false lupine. Oh, I can't remember the name. Baptisia. I think that's what grows there. and that's where the dahlia is. Some bug flew in my face, guys, like right in my face. These guys haven't put up their flowers yet. Those put up their flowers and they're dead. They passed on. There's an aster that will be coming back here. There's another variegated phlox here, and you can kind of see some of that variegated leaves coming up, so that's nice. There is still leaves and green on this blueberry, native Florida blueberry. We'll see if that comes back. It looks like it's really struggling. There were tons of flowers on this Nanking cherry, but they've kind of faded. And so it was on this one, and the one next to it still has, you know, some flowers. But hopefully the bees were all over it, and we will have plenty of little Nanking cherries this spring. We'll see. My little pot fell apart, so I can't, like, I gotta replace that. And I'm sure that the fish mint, variegated fish mint, is still in there, but I mean, it hasn't come up yet, I guess is what I'll say. So this also has Baptisia that hasn't come up yet. This is all phlox. There's some of the onions coming, the Egyptian walk-in onions coming up, but most of that is phlox. And a lot of the irises are coming back here. So that's kind of like interesting and good. I'm happy. I did see a sedum I planted over here also coming back, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see if the sedum actually makes it. Definitely a lot of yarrow coming back, which is fine, all over the place. I planted yarrow all over the place here last year. So these are spider lilies, and some coreopsis is already coming in. The echinacea is just now starting to come up. The tiger figs, definitely all of my figs are leafing out nicely. These are all coreopsis and garlics. That is also a Florida blueberry, wild native, and that's looking good. Daylilies looking good. That's a sage I planted that's supposed to be like really dark purple, pretty flowers, so we'll see. The Turk's cap is starting to come up over here. This goji berry that I thought was dead is definitely not. It's leafing out. I'm very happy about that. We're gonna try and dig up these mulberries. It's gonna be a chore really to get that done. This is another kind of shade tolerant red cedar sage. It's bright now, but once all the trees leaf out and it gets hotter, this is mostly shade during the hot times of the year. The pawpaw is starting to leaf out. This is looking great. I'm really happy to see that mountain mint and the Stokes asters coming out nicely. This I think is called a serviceberry. That's doing really well. These are some of those yarrows again that I planted. Is that a frog? It is a huge grasshopper, not a frog. That is an aster, and it is coming back. I actually need to trim the tops off early to make it look better. The rose is looking okay. I didn't spray it, but it is leafing out. I need to probably cut off the dead parts just to make it look a little better. I topped this pear tree just because all of this looked kind of diseased from here up, so I just took it down. Hopefully it'll put on some growth this year, be happier. These blueberries are not really flowering much this year, but that's okay. There is the Turk's cap here coming up and some cleavers. I don't see any seedling Turk's cap. If I do, I'll dig it up. But this is like got like a low spot, so I need to get some topsoil and level that out. There's more of that yarrow. I just put yarrow everywhere last year to just kind of have like a ground cover around here that had flowers is what I was hoping for. So there is a iris there. It looks kind of dead, so we'll see how that goes. There's some hostas in here that haven't come up yet, but like it's really weedy and it's still really early, so the spiderwort's looking great. These buttercups have come up and gone down already. This prairie rose is looking good and definitely has some coming up over here, which I'm fine with. And right there is another one. And so I actually put this over and pinned it down so that hopefully it will root there. Daylilies here, I have not weeded out here, but it looks like the sugarcane should be coming up. Like, yeah, I already see some coming up. So, yeah, I think that'll be fine. I think that will come up just fine from the old patches. I do need to get in here and kind of weed. I'm not going to be able to get rid of this wood sorrel. I just let that grow with, there's lots of weeds I just let go. Ones I don't are like the chickweed. I try to get the chickweed because it's crazy. And I try to get the geraniums, and there's this like pea or vetch type thing that's really a pain in the butt, so I try to get that one up too when I can. But this peach tree is going to bud and flower very soon, and this is the one where most of my edible peaches come from. If I get in here and I bag them up before like wasps get to them, I'm not wasp, some kind of critters get in there. Hydrangea's looking good. Hopefully the Shasta daisies will flower this year. They didn't flower at all last year. Cleavers in the bed, I actually leave the cleavers because those are useful and they don't really go crazy. I do want to get some of these irises up out of this bed. The strawberries looking good. There's a lot of them with the white flowers. I haven't seen any with the pink flowers coming out yet. I really need to come by and just trim off the dead bits, and I'm still hoping that they'll root into the bottom level. So there's my hope for that. The persimmon is starting to bud out. I really hope this persimmon puts on a lot of growth this year. It just really didn't do much last year, and it didn't fruit really last year either. It just, I don't know, it didn't do much. So I'm really hoping that this will be the year, right? Over here is a Stella cherry. I did top the tallest branch in the hopes that we would get some side branching, and it looks like we are, only because I don't really like having just one V. There's a lot of stress on the tree, and so I was hoping for something like over here to come out, and maybe something down here to come out, just because it will help balance the weight on the base of the tree over time. I don't like having just a two-pronged V. I've just seen too many trees split like that. So over here, bluebonnets are starting to flower. The sage is still alive. The rose is coming up. That's a Coca Loca rose. I cannot think of what that's called, but it's beautiful and it's got pink flowers. I got this, I don't think it's a type of germander, I can't remember the name, but it's got yellow flowers, and it's like a ground cover, so it should spread out here. That's a sage coming back right there. There's some cornflowers that I seeded that are growing. There's also some love and a mist I've seen kind of still growing up in here. Hasn't gotten tall, but I've definitely seen it growing. The mom has spread almost all over this area, so the pink mom is taking over, and I'm fine with that too. That's a native I got from not a local nursery, it's about an hour away, but it is cut leaf daisy. It's also a yellow daisy. There's just so much pink in this bed, I thought it would look nice to have some yellow, so we'll see. Over here, this is our plum. This is a second year. I think it's been at our home. Not sure how old the actual tree is, but I did find this right here is a Claytonia Spring Beauty or something like that. So I've always wanted them. I've seen them on other houses down the street, so I went over to an empty field and dug some up. My neighbor let me have a big patch. This is just one big bulb, but I planted it here and hoping that the flowers will go to seed and kind of spread here. So I think other than that, the camellia is putting on its first bloom ever. It's been here for 3 years. It's supposed to be a deep red, but it looks very white right now. So we'll see what color that is when it opens. I think that's it for now, guys, but I think that's plenty. Like, it's definitely spring. That's a dogwood back there. So yeah, everything's out, and I don't know. I don't think this is false spring. I know everybody's saying it is, and we do normally get a false spring, but I don't think it's false spring at this point. We're in 80s almost every day. I'm pretty sure it's just spring. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.